Welcome back, HTF family. I'm your host, Dominic Moller, and it is the season finale. I know, it's kind of sad. Sad face emoji is being sent in our HTF group chat right now. But we're going out with a bang. It's a hot episode, and you know what? It's a hot boy summer coming up. So please, stick around, because you're not going to want to miss this episode of Hitting the Field main show as it starts right now.
Things gon' change when I really hit the field. Undefeated chance, man, you know what's the deal. Tryna find a kid, I'm in the field doing drills. Boy, you just a sucker, you ain't never keep it real. 3 rings in my hand, I'm a warrior to the max. When I hang it up, they gon' have to give me plaques. Step up in the building and I only bring the facts. When I make a highlight, they gon' replay, run it back, okay? Always locked in, now I don't got time to lax. Saying he the best, he could take a lap. Batted 1,000 when you check the stats. Boy, is you ready? You ain't gotta ask.
And just like that, we're back. And I think it's time for the hot segment to begin. But first, we got to introduce our guests. And as Nelly says, it's getting hot in here. Boys, take it away. Introduce yourselves to everybody. Before we start in, they got to know who to root for and who to feel the pain of.
I'm Ty Paton. I'm pretty sure most of my takes are fantastic. So I'm curious to see as to why I'll be drinking hot sauce.
I'm Ray Collado, the resident Knicks fan. Yeah, I admitted that on air, but I'm pretty sure all my takes are pretty good. I'm not drinking any hot sauce.
I'm Jack Hanzal, a.k.a. the Prophet, a.k.a. always right. And
man.
I'm sure anything I got wrong has a totally reasonable explanation.
Alrighty, well, we're going to jump right
Oh,
in.
wow.
Oh, wait, Phil, oh my God.
Yikes.
I blinked, my bad.
It's okay.
Philip Powell, take it away.
Philip Powell, yes. And the great Peter Weber said, who do you guys think they are? I am.
I was going to jump to do Jack's hot take, but since I cut Phil off, we're doing Phil's hot take.
Okay.
Phil.
Yes.
Now, first, before we begin, do you think your take was correct?
Oh, all my takes are
Before I even
correct.
say it.
All my takes are correct.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, probably one, but I mean, nah.
This is a two-parter.
Okay, go ahead.
Clippers, this is yours. Clippers winning the NBA Finals. Now, that could still happen, right?
Yes,
You're
it
like,
can.
okay, but it's the second part. Russell Westbrook
Oh, I knew
to
it was
win
coming.
MVP. Now, he said that in HTF shenanigans, guys. So, there's a lot of shenanigans that go on.
It is.
Phil, I'm going to have you defend yourself before I, say the obvious.
Okay, so everybody knows, and everybody in the world dog my boy Westbrook. And I say he'll be Finals MVP. So we have to make it to the Finals first. But, you know what? We will make it to the Finals first. And although last night he went 3 for 19.
3 for 19.
It's okay. Hey, look, Jordan had a bad shooting night before. Steph did. It happens. It happens to the best of
Not a
us.
bad shooting night.
He just put Russell Westbrook and Michael Jordan in the same sentence.
They signed to the same brand. They both Jordan.
Oh, okay. He's coming back.
But he played great defense. He did not turn over the ball a lot, and he actually locked up Kevin Durant when he sticked him. He locked up Kevin Durant. So they're gonna get past the Suns, and then I'm not sure who they play next. I believe the winner between the Wolves.
They'll play the Timberwolves next round, yes.
Oh.
That's
They'll play the
that's
Timberwolves.
a
Jack might
volcanic
have
hot
to drink
take,
some hot
man.
sauce right
But
there.
it's okay, yeah. But yeah, so he's going to be that guy because Paul George will come back, and he may be a little iffy, but if Kawhi doesn't ball call like how he normally do, but he did drop 38, Russ is going to be that guy. MVP Finals. Watch.
Hey, Phil. I think we're going to have to get a consensus here.
Hot sauce.
Hot
Hot
sauce.
sauce?
You shouldn't be allowed
No,
to
there's no way.
100%
There's no
hot
way.
sauce.
That's-
There's
It
no
is a
there's no way.
crime.
No. There's
it is
no
a
way.
felony to say
How?
that Russell.
Honestly, like, you should be arrested, bro. Like,
How?
Jail, prison.
Phil?
You should go to the
As the
penitentiary.
judge
my-
here, guys,
Hey,
Phil,
No, because
indulge in the hot sauce.
This guy just said Kawhi was a ball hog when
He is
Russell
a
Westbrook
ball
shot
hog.
3 for
You
19.
can take a sip. You could just indulge in it. You don't have to drink the whole
yeah, you
thing.
deserve this one, bro.
Just take a sip. Okay, he's drinking the whole thing.
That a baby.
Not bad, right? Not bad.
Just expired.
oh god.
It is expired
Just
hot sauce.
expired.
That's all.
Yes,
Just
it is.
expired.
It's not bad, right? Not too bad. I didn't want to do
okay, it's
something
okay.
too bad. But I see Ty holding that mic down there. So let's get to Ty's. He didn't want to be first, but we're gonna make it second.
Okay.
Ty, what do you think it is? First off, do you think it's right or wrong? I have to ask this before every time.
It's probably wrong.
This is very wrong.
You've been giving me like weird eyes, like you know something for the last like hour and a half.
Horrendously wrong, and I said the same take. So don't worry, I'll be drinking my own hot sauce in the second segment with the seniors. Ty, your take was that the Bucks are going to make it to the Super Bowl.
Oh God.
They did like 3 years ago.
No. This is context. After my first playoff show, the first show I talked about the NFL playoffs on, I said that the Bucks were going to make it to the Super Bowl. Afterwards, everybody's like, "You are losing your mind. They're going to lose to the Cowboys, this and that." Which, shout out to whoever said that. You're right.
Me.
And Ty comes up to me. He's like, "You know what? I agree with you. That's a great take. I think the Bucks are going to go to the Super Bowl too." I didn't forget that, Ty. So, Ty, I'm going to have you defend yourself for a little bit, but it's very wrong, and you will have to drink hot sauce. But defend yourself.
So first off, there is no Buccaneer slander allowed on this show. You may be the host, but I do not care. It is not allowed. It is not allowed. It is illegal. Secondly, that sounds a lot the way you said it. Like I came up and you were, like head in your hands. Like that was the worst take of my life. And I was like, there, buddy. Like you'll get him next time. Like, you know what? It was pretty good. You had a great time. Like that's all that matters. And then, it sounded like I was giving you a nice pat on the back.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm still gonna drink hot sauce with you regardless because I am a Bucks fan through and through.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us.
Hey, thank you for the pat on the back. I'm gonna have to return the pat on the back with a cup full of hot sauce for you. So, Ty, without further ado, take it away. Enjoy that hot sauce.
Enjoy.
God, it smells like it's like 7 months expired.
And he drinks it all.
And he downs it. It's not bad.
It's not bad once you get past the stinging.
It's not even stinging.
I still don't know what the mystery box is for.
Don't worry about it.
It's Mario.
Don't worry about it. It's for your take that's right
I'm
now.
Italian.
Okay.
Jack
Mario.
Hanzal, give us your intro. You want to have like this big intro. I want to have an intro to your takes.
I gave my intro.
I know.
mean,
I'm saying to your takes. You think this is correct or wrong?
Profit, a.k.a. always right,
Oh my God.
a.k.a. it's correct. Or reasonable explanation because a lot of stuff happens.
All right, well, this is the perfect take in time because someone just got a new contract, the highest paid NFL player of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And Jack Hanzal says Jalen Hurts is not a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
Roll the clip. It was on my show.
Oh, roll the clip.
I have the highlights up.
He's got you on 4K.
But, Jack, I'm going to have you explain yourself because I think everybody in the world knows that's a little bit of
Well,
blasphemy.
it's pretty simple. I got crucified for saying he's not top 5. Funny enough, the Eagles pay him, and now the whole studio's like, wow, this guy's really overpaid. I don't know how that works if he's not top 5, but it sounds like.
Who are the 5 you say are over him?
Okay, Mahomes.
Okay.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
True.
Josh Allen.
True.
Okay.
Lamar.
True.
Justin Herbert.
True. Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
Justin Herbert?
Yeah.
I'm not sure Herbert. I
Yes.
don't know.
No.
I would choose
Yes.
Herbert over Jalen Hurts. Yes.
What's Herbert done?
Oh.
Herbert's more
Carried
talented.
a,
No. Hey.
carried a
No,
terrible
Herbert-
coach.
Herbert-
Yeah.
Terrible.
First
To the
round
playoffs.
exit.
Herbert
First
is
round exit for
easily-
Jalen Hurts. I love the
I
hair.
would almost put
I
Lawrence
don't know.
over Hurts, to be honest with you.
Oh,
I would.
Trevor Lawrence is good, but
Trevor Lawrence
Wow.
is really
You're
good.
lucky we're not getting struck by like
And
two.
this
Who
is
will be
why
over
it's a
Hurts
hot
after this
episode.
next season. So.
This is why it's a hot episode. Now, Jack, as you know, drink away. Gosh, I've been waiting all season for this. Oh.
Wow, that is just potently expired.
Ray, you're not making it out of this one, man. Ray.
oh my God.
Yo. All right, Ray. You do give a lot of good takes. I will say this for Ray.
Hey, let's go.
But this happened on last show, and this isn't much of a take. This is just a hot thing he said.
Oh, God.
Now, I think we all saw it, and my face went right into my hands. Ray said the Australian football team does the suey. Now, I don't know how the Aussies are doing the sue. As, you know, it's known as Cristiano Ronaldo. But Ray decided that it was the Australian football team. Ray, explain yourself. Explain yourself. What went through your mind? Thought process. Why?
Okay, so first of all, I like to say that I don't really talk about soccer much, so I don't really know much about soccer. Like I'm kind of scared right now. But yeah, I don't really know about soccer. I went in. My answer for 90% of the questions was Messi or Ronaldo, and the one time it was Ronaldo, I said Messi. So I should know you my soccer knowledge. I'd like to apologize to all soccer fans for absolutely no reason. But yeah,
Ray, the floor is yours.
see you guys on the other side, man.
Muchas gracias, Gavision.
Oh,
para
man.
nosotros.
Oh, spicy.
Spicy. It's not bad.
Ooh.
I will say this, guys.
I don't know if it's a spice or the fungus. But
That was more of a punishment segment for you guys.
So
So, I want all of you, because you have been great guests and great people to have on my show and everything, go take a sip of water, smart water, because I
don't
chose
even
you.
need it.
I chose your guys' bad
good.
takes. I chose your guys' bad takes. Really,
I mean,
realistically.
Westbrook wasn't a bad take, but
bro.
What?
I
mean, hers was a
If,
great
We-
take.
if
sticking
Russell
by it.
Westbrook wins Finals MVP, I'll say it right here.
Yes.
If he wins Finals MVP, the next show that I do, I will come in a Russell Westbrook jersey, shaved head, and dyed eyebrows. Keep it on there.
Dude, I'll double it. I mean, like, that's
dou-
not
no,
happening.
no,
no,
yeah,
I'll
I'll
go
not
triple
happening.
it.
This will be a crazy show for all shaved head Russell Westbrook,
Didn't y'all
dyed
say
eyebrows.
Miami would not make the Final Four? And what happened?
But that's Miami. That's two different.
There
No,
There is
Y'all
no-
said they had no shot.
Phil, that's good for you. I do agree with the Miami take. That was my bad. But this is just the first segment, guys. So now we got segment 2 with the seniors of Hitting the Field. And it is not going to be any more remorseful. So stick around because we battle through it now for segment 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hitting the Field
Not
Network.
bad, right?
I'm your main show host, Dominic Moller, and this is just a little PSA to come check out our network. We have shows for all your favorite interests, sporting needs, or really anything if you're interested in the world of sports. Of course, our first show is The Combine with Cameron Forcier and Isaiah Deonda Delgado. It's more of a laid-back podcast-type beat, but next is the main show. The best show ever created, the best show ever engineered, pioneered, with me, this pretty face on your screen, this handsome fellow. Going to be talking about mainly the main things of the wide world of sports. And then on Thursdays, we have Nighttime with the lovely Emily Aaron and the handsome and dashing Camden Mallory. Then right after, for all you gambling addicts out there, I hope you viewers aren't gambling addicts as much as some of the other people in Hitting the Field. We have Hitting the Field bets with Riley Shepard, Jeffrey Laux, and Waluka Costa. And then we switch it up. We don't always do shows. We like to do a little bit of interviews too. We do interviews with a lot of sports athletes, such as Corey Marksman, that I did. Shout out Dominic Moller right here, this guy. And then, of course, Kristen Scott with Camden Mallory. And we have more coming in the works. We're always innovating and thinking on our feet. But if you want to join us, be sure to DM Hitting the Field on all social media platforms and networks as well, because we're open to anybody to come through and just check out the program. But be sure to tune in, as Hitting the Field will be seeing you very shortly. Take care.
And we're back, and don't worry, I will be consuming these soon enough. We're back. It's segment 2 time. The seniors of HTF, who will also be saying their goodbyes. But before that, we must reflect on their takes. So, introduce themselves. We're going to have them introduce themselves. Give the fans a little bit of an intro to what's about to occur.
I am Johnny Jackson. I only have great takes, and I have never once cursed on air as a member of Hitting the Field Network.
What a champion.
I'm Grant Wheeler, and I'm the most loyal sports fan at this network because I love my Celtics, I love my Colts, and my UConn Huskies. Shout out 2023 champions. So yeah.
I'm Kayla. I'm sure the take he has in me is something with baseball because all I talk, so I'm scared.
I'm Richie. I'm from Miami. That's all I gotta say.
305 in the building.
The 305 till I die.
Oh my God.
We're actually gonna start with Grant's take because Grant, you've had some pretty bad ones,
Some good ones too, though.
but this is your take. UConn to win the national championship. He said it before. And I definitely did not believe him, and no one believed in him. So you know what, Grant Wheeler, the first time yet, take a sip of water, take a sip of smart water, because that take was correct.
Yeah, we didn't have water cups.
Yeah, so we didn't really plan that.
Take a sip of the smart water, just drink it all.
Grant, take a sip of the hot sauce.
No, I'll take a sip of the water.
Don't worry, Grant, we'll come back to you. We'll spin the block for the
I didn't know that anyone
sauce.
drank out of this, so whatever.
If someone did.
No one did.
What is more fungus, like the smart water, the shared smart water, or the hot sauce?
Only time will tell. Grant, just a quick, why did you choose UConn? I just want an explanation.
I chose UConn because they were great defensively all year. They didn't lose a single game out of conference. All their 8 losses came within the Big East, which was a very competitive conference over the season. Great offensive rebounding team. They're just well coached. They were young, but they also had a lot of experience as well. So Dan Hurley has found his niche with them. And again, UConn, they were just hot at the right time, and they took advantage of it. So, yeah.
Wow. That's some analytical stuff right there. That's a dub right there. Grant Wheeler, shout out to you. Kayla.
Oh.
You thought it was going to be a baseball hot take. Well, I lied. It is not. It is a volleyball hot take.
Oh, no.
From Nighttime.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
This is an old one. I had to go deep into the archives. But you were on with Mason Migliara, and you said... Is it not Migliera? I heard that from I heard that from Migliera. Okay. Whoa. Shout out producer Allison. I can hear it from.
That's right. You deaf?
Yeah, it echoed through. But you said that UCF women's volleyball. Mm-hmm. You said, and I quote, "I think we even beat Penn State." Now, before this, were you correct, Kayla?
No.
So I just want to know why. What went through your head? Because you did say why on the show. But
yeah, because of the rankings, right? Weren't we above them? Like we were ranked higher than them. So
I
was like, maybe we can get them.
It was before the Houston game, so I kind of give you props on that call.
Yeah.
But we ended up losing 3-1.
Wasn't Penn State our first loss though?
Second loss. You see that? I'm an archive man. I went deep into there. I was making sure we got it. Kayla, I'm gonna have you drink.
Yeah.
Just because you were wrong, but
yeah.
Before, if you want to say, a little bit about correct takes you've had, defend yourself a little bit. The ball is in your court right now.
Well, I'll take it to baseball then. I did say the Braves would beat the Mets all 3 games last season, and they did. And now I'll accept my fate.
That's fair. That's fair right there. It's not bad.
Jacob.
That's not bad.
Richie.
I am gonna go to Mr. 305. I'm saving you, Johnny, because we are gonna drink together.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Mr.
Spicy.
305, you have not been on air that much, but I asked you today. I said, give me a hot take. I want to hear it, and I think you said one of the hottest takes ever. Everybody in the studio, are we ready for it? Richie, be ready to drink that right there. You said Rihanna is a 1. Now,
I think you should have to pour the hot sauce in his eyeballs.
I agree.
Honestly,
I agree
yeah,
100%.
because she's a 10 out of 10, man.
Richie, I'm not going to have you explain
you have
yourself.
to pour it in his eyeballs.
I'm not going to have you explain yourself. I'm just going to have you kind of tell the fans and everything kind of what you do around HTF and the good things you do. Because audio, everything, you're the audio master. Give us a little breakdown. Do you have any better hot takes? I want to hear a little bit of your explanation a little bit, but not too much.
I don't know. It's just that, to me, Rihanna's not a perfect 10. Everybody overhypes her.
So we shot down to a 1?
I don't know what the big deal is. She's. I don't want to be mean.
She made great music for 20 years.
It's just the forehead. I'm just being
How
honest.
is she a 1 though?
I just said it. It's the forehead.
Richie, what do you think you are?
Yeah. Me, I'm
Just drink
I
it.
think you're gonna love
I'm about an 8,
Hey,
I'm like an
Mr.
8.
305.
I'm glad I poured you a lot of hot sauce.
Richie, the floor is yours. Take it away, Mr. 305.
Yeah, the floor is his take. Jeez.
That is a lot of hot sauce.
You
don't have to
I
drink
can
it
see it
all.
swishing
More
around.
than I
in there.
did.
Dude, we're going to turn to cordyceps monsters.
Hold it. There it is.
Spicy.
Mr. 305 over here is having a
But I'm from Miami, so I can take the heat.
Are you sure?
It looks like you need
Yeah.
911.
I
Over.
could take the heat. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is really bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Richard Diaz, man. Ladies and gentlemen,
That is-
Richard
that's
Diaz.
crazy.
Johnny, you're not getting away from this here.
Oh, I know, but I'm not gonna be as bad as he was.
You won't be. Johnny Jackson.
Is this about Lamar?
Who'd you say it was about?
Is it about Lamar Jackson?
Yes, it is. Johnny Jackson. I was going to give you an intro, but you want to get right into it. So, Johnny Jackson, loyal Commander fan.
They're the football team.
Are they not?
Football team. In my heart, they are.
Okay. Whatever. You
I said on
said
Combine.
the Commanders get Lamar Jackson. Now, this could be wrong, but
Could be.
Could be. But one, Commanders don't have cap, and they have nothing to trade for the Ravens.
No,
but
they don't.
you never know.
They have a
Crazier
new
things
owner,
happen.
maybe sometime.
But Johnny, what went through your head?
What went through my head is, man, Lamar's great. You know, it's one of the very few sports takes that me and my dad agree on. Mike Jackson is a very strange man when it comes to his opinion on sports. Yeah, I just really want a good quarterback because we have not had one since a year and change of RG3.
That's fair.
I want it so bad.
Yeah, you want that hot sauce so bad too?
Yeah.
That'll be our main show first.
So what are you drinking? What are you drinking too, Dom?
Okay, now I'm gonna give a little backstory on mine. I have a lot. I'm on a lot, so I say a lot of outlandish stuff. First, obviously, I think a lot of people know. I said the Utah Jazz would win the West. Now, this was a while ago, so bear with me here. They were on a win streak. They were the #1 seed at the beginning of the season. But I was very wrong there. But I think that this would not be quintessential if I didn't talk about. I want this to build up. Can we build this up, guys? Can we build this up for a little bit?
Am I supposed to drum roll for you?
I would hope. I would hope so.
I only have one hand right now.
Come on. Let's get a little into it. Let's get a little into it, guys. Alrighty. This is not that hot of a take, but I said the Chicago Bulls.
Oh God.
We're going to make it to the second round of the playoffs, and I said it on air, and I said it to Jack, and I said it to Ezra, and I said Pat Bev changes this team, they make it the second round of the playoffs, and they're good. Right? Wrong. Completely wrong.
He's got a great podcast.
I mean, he does. I mean, I already said I said the Bucks won. I can't say that. That was actually very bad. That was garbage fire. But I have to. So, Johnny Jackson.
Dom.
It's mainly the Utah Jazz when I had to say I have to bring the Chicago Bulls on every show. Salute!
How is it?
Oh, heavens. That tastes terrible.
I don't know if that was a saltine cracker or the bottom
I feel
of a shoe.
assaulted.
Didn't Ty Cobb say it tasted expired?
It does. It tastes salty.
It tastes like
Grant Wheeler,
Yeah.
congratulations on getting the hot take right.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were going
Must
to
be nice.
include the Caitlin and Camden push-up contest, but I'm in shambles right now, so we're gonna go to the senior goodbyes in segment 3. So stick around.
HTF Hot Takes. All right. I'm Johnny Jackson. We've got Emily Aaron to my right and Maluka Costa to my left.
Hello and welcome to our segment of Hot Ones. I'm here with Noah Kemper and Grant
Wheeler.
Yep, I knew that. Grant Wheeler.
Listen, I'm a Bulls fan, but I just can't ever argue against LeBron. I watched him my whole life.
I've been going back and forth with this debate for a long time. It's got to be Michael Jordan.
Whatever she wanted. I would wake up in a maid costume for Doja Cat.
Brutal.
Jeffrey Laux, no question.
Richie, I would give it to Richie.
It is not Richie. It is not Richie.
No, it's Jeff.
Richie's pronouns are he, they, because he cannot be him.
What?
Oh, wait a second.
I'm gonna have to also agree and say Jeff. He always is spiffy.
It might be Cameron. Cameron's had some good fits.
Out of the women, Norelli always dresses really, really cute.
Oh! That went so awful.
It's basketball.
College football, I think, is the best sport to watch
If you don't like soccer, it's because you suck at it.
I think college football is the best.
Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. All joking aside, this has been one of the best semesters of Hitting the Field that I've ever had to host on, and I'm so thankful for everybody making my on-air appearances and everything so much better. But I think it's time for the seniors to kind of say their goodbyes and leave Hitting the Field with a high note. So take it away, seniors.
I'm downloading the goodbyes.
You should just be able to double click them.
Okay, just in case. Richie, you going first?
I don't want to go first. We've already decided this.
Show me your wallpaper on your phone.
Okay,
Just
so
give me some
how this
context.
is going to work is segment 1.
Let's go to the beach.
Segment 1, segment
Is that
2
Richie?
are gonna
That's
be
me and
finished.
Richie.
Oh, that's a nice
Segment
picture.
3.
Right?
Yeah.
All
We look
these
clean,
members,
spiffy.
we're gonna
Spiffy.
get him out of here.
Can you hit the Dougie?
The what?
The Dougie.
How does it go again?
Honestly, Ryan.
Would you buy nuts from this guy?
Would you?
Absolutely, bro.
Oh yeah, hit the Dougie. Right.
Do a flip.
He made the noise. Who would win and lose the HTF Hunger Games?
Hunger Games, I would lose. I would lose.
Like last place.
Last place, probably me or like Doug.
They just said Doug would win.
Doug would not win. Bro, he can't even live on his own. No, I'm kidding. Who would win? I'd say Jeff. Pretty good. Honestly, maybe Luca.
Richie, I would give it to Richie.
It is not Richie. It is not Richie.
Who would win in HTF Jeopardy?
Johnny Jackson.
Welcome back. It's very emotional on the set right now. A lot of goodbyes and a lot of sad things are being said. I just want to say a little bit about my journey of being main show host. I took after the great Hannah Jo Groves, and it was amazing. It was one of the best times I've had, and only learning and being more of a family with the Hitting the Field group has only gotten better, and it's only accelerated that pass on. Obviously, we have high goals of being in the sports field, and this is the #1 program for that. This is a big kind of step forward, and it only gets better from here. From Jack's insane hot takes that continue to get hotter, shout out the hot sauce segment, it continues to grow. Like I said before on my PSA, if you want to join this program, just message Hitting the Field on Instagram, and you'll be right on. You join online. It's a more low-key type beat, you know, podcast type. Andrew Montana and Isaiah Deonda Delgado kill it. Over to Nighttime with Camden Mallory and Emily Aaron, who now Camden is not a part of the show anymore. So it's a more of a college kind of sports type of show. And over to HTF Bets for all of our gambling addicts. That's the perfect for you. I mean, if you really are into gambling, Bets is the one for you. So Hitting the Field is it's a wide variety of a program. And I know this sounds more of a PSA, but right now we continue to push forward and we continue to see you next semester. So I'm going to say a little bit more goodbyes to our amazing Kayla.
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited. I know UCF is a 16.5 favorite. I think that's just right. You have Mikey Keene, the freshman, coming on for Dylan Gabriel. You also might have Johnny Richardson coming on for Isaiah Bauer.
We are gonna allow it. It was only French toast.
Wilson won the first Olympic women's marathon in 2 minutes and 24 seconds, which is really good. Then, in 1996, there were new Olympic sports added for women, including softball, the women's tournament for soccer, and they won the first team gold during this Olympics for gymnastics. And this is when more than 800 additional female athletes competed when compared to the previous Summer Games in Barcelona. And now, since 1991, any new sport seeking to join the Olympic program must also have a women's option, which just shows how far we've come and all the progress we've made. And in 2016, the Summer Olympics in Rio, 45% of participants were women. So that's just insane, and that's just so good to hear as a woman in sports. It gives other women, like younger kids growing up, you know, inspiration to keep doing what they're doing. 'Cause all these sports are in the Olympics now and being added.
Also spent a lot of money in the off season, and it was a great thing. I know they got your Braves, but can you tell me how, especially Bryce Harper, has come through for these Phillies?
Oh, he came through. He was MVP. He's batting .400, 2 home runs, which may not seem like a lot, but in the 7-game series, it went to 5. 2 home runs is a lot. He hit the clutch 8th inning 2-run homer that put them on top because the Padres were about to send it to a 6th game. He's just been great. His OPS is 1.250. That's insane. And really everyone, not even just Bryce Harper, has been showing up for the Phillies, and they're just hot, and they continue to be.
Being a woman in sports to me is both important and inspiring because growing up, watching TV, you never saw any women sideline reporting because it's a very male-dominated field, and it's just important to me to keep making a difference and inspiring the younger generations.
Okay. So I first joined this program in September of 2021, and only a couple weeks after I joined was my first on-air appearance on Bets. Oh, great. I don't want to cry. Shout out to Johnny for being the one to text me and ask if I was interested in being on air. And to Tyler Karen, the host of Bets at the time, who made sure I knew everything he was going to ask me. I remember being so nervous, I literally think I was shaking the entire time. I'm so glad that I kept going on air, even though it was scary at first. Also, when I first joined, there weren't many girls in this program, but I'm forever grateful for Kayla Burge, Hannah Jo Groves, and Taylor Anderson, who have all graduated and made me feel so welcome. And to Kelly Campbell, who was also here when I first started, thank you. I'm so sad to be leaving, but I'm happy to see so many talented women who are now a part of this program, and I can't wait to see them succeed. And one last shout out to 2 of my best friends, Doug and Camden. You both have always made me feel so included, always made me laugh, and have pushed me to be the best version of myself, both in and outside of studio. I love you both. Lastly, if you know me, you'll know that I've loved talking all things MLB, so for one last time, I'll say go Braves. I've also loved always being able to be behind the scenes and working graphics. I'm happy to have been able to do something I've loved for such a long time with the people I have so much love for. I've loved every single second of being in this program, and I cannot wait to see just how much further this program continues to grow. I don't know who's going next.
Richie was a little too emotional before, but we're going to bring him on. His goodbye video and give him proper goodbyes. So stick around for that.
Hello. What is your question?
Show me your wallpaper on your phone.
Okay,
Just
so
give me some
how
context.
this is going to work is segment 1.
Let's go to the beach.
Segment 1, segment 2.
Is that Richie?
That's me and Richie.
Oh, that's a nice picture.
Right?
Yeah.
We look clean, spiffy.
Spiffy.
Get him out of here.
Can you hit the Dougie?
The what?
The Dougie.
How does it go again? Honestly, Ryan, would you buy nuts from this guy?
Would you?
Absolutely, bro.
Oh yeah, hit the Dougie, Richie.
Do a flip. He made the noise himself.
Who would win and lose the HTF Hunger Games?
Hunger Games, I would lose. I would lose.
Like last place.
Last place, probably me or Doug.
They just said Doug would win.
Doug would not win.
Bro, you can't even live on his own.
Doug. I'm kidding. Who would win? I'd say Jeff. Pretty good. Honestly, maybe Luca.
Richie, I would give it to Richie.
It is not Richie. It is not Richie.
Who would win in HTF Jeopardy?
Johnny Jackson.
This is my first time on air, and I'm gonna say something right now. This is one of the most memorable episodes ever. No, seriously, But anyway, I want to thank everybody that I've met on this network because they're the reasons why I've grown to become who I am today. When I was in Miami, this is like kind of weird, but my dream was to move to Orlando because this was my vacation spot and I wanted to go where I would always go for vacationing. And I'm very blessed and thankful that I've been able to live here and enjoy the college that I've always wanted to attend. And when I was in high school, I knew that I was destined to come here because something was waiting for me here. Something was waiting for me here so that I could continue to grow and become much more powerful mentally in the future as time progresses. And this was it right here. This network, as soon as I got accepted to the university, I got the text from Johnny asking if I wanted to be in the network, and I said yes. And this was the best decision I've ever made because everybody here in this network is so talented and filled with intelligence. And that's something that I really admire from everybody. And I know that everybody in the future, as time progresses, is going to become so successful, and I can't wait to see all that. Everybody here has been through a lot. I've been through a lot of stress, anxiety, because school's not easy. And I feel like everybody here, this is like a true family environment because everybody just reassures each other. Everybody cares about each other. And that's something that I've always admired about this. And I want to give a shout out to everybody here who has helped me grow mentally. And I want to give a shout out to my mom because she is the reason why I am here, because she's the one that provides for me so that I could so I can go to school here. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been in this network. And you know, I thank you so much because she is the reason why I was able to transfer here. Because like I said, she's the one that provides for me. And thank you, Mom, so much. I love you, and thank you for everything you've done for me. And once again, thank you, everybody here, for everything you guys have done for me. This was truly the best college experience I've ever had, and it's because of this network. Thank you so much.
I think it's time for another senior who, guess what? He drank some water today. No hot takes, no hot sauce were drank by this senior. I'm going to be talking about Grant Wheeler, the UConn native, the Boston Celtics fan, and the worst Colts fan on this planet. Shout out your Andrew Luck jersey, Grant. All right, going over to Grant Wheeler. Grant, say goodbye.
Qualifying on Thursday, and with me today I got Johan and I got Grant, and we're gonna have Grant, what are you looking for out of this team? Do you want them to come out firing and beat El Salvador like 4-0 or something like that? Or are you expecting tight game right off the bat?
Considering what happened 4 years ago, how embarrassing it was, they need to, because there's a fire in them that's building up, and they just need to let it all out and just show the world and FIFA who they are now, and that 4 years ago was a mistake.
Hello and welcome to our segment of Hot Ones. I'm here with Noah Kemper and Grant
Wheeler.
Yep, I knew that. Grant Wheeler.
That is correct. With the sweep in the final round, Grant Wheeler is your HTFN 2022 Trivia Show true champion. Grant, congratulations.
Thank you, Johnny.
We don't have Nets tickets for you this year.
That's all right. No one actually went to that game last year.
No one went. We had free Nets tickets and nobody went.
Good game. Good being your
Good
team.
game, John.
Good game.
Congratulations on your,
on my sweep.
Moral support win.
Yeah, I carried during the other round.
He did.
So
I'm not gonna lie, he did.
This has been the HTFN Trivia Show special from all of HTFN. Thank you for watching.
I'm filling in for Andrew Montana while he's gone.
I'm recording.
They're calling you now.
Oh no. How do I look at the setting?
Grant, Jeff's not in here. I was following you. Why are you following me? I thought you knew where Jeff was. No, I just wanted. We'll find you. I had to use the bathroom. On this episode of HTF Vlogs, join Grant and I as we scour the earth to find Jeffrey Laux, the hottest, sexiest, crime-fighting vigilante. Yeah.
He's wanting to marry
my kid, Emily Aaron. Only because she picked me.
This is so ridiculous. Your kid would be blessed.
No, my kid would not.
I definitely would have picked Grant.
Why the hell would you pick me? I'm a good guy. I'm a good man.
He's so butthurt
buckets.
I picked him.
I'm not butthurt, Emily. I'm just surprised. Where do I even begin? It really hasn't kicked in for me yet that this will be my final time talking behind this desk on this amazing show. It all started around this time 2 years ago, towards the end of my sophomore year, when I found out about this amazing network full of great people who had the same goals and interests as me when it comes to sports broadcasting. The current executive producer of this network, Johnny Jackson, introduced this program to me when we had a class together, and boy, was the rest history. I saw the opportunity and ran with it because I knew I had finally found my niche here at UCF. A lot goes into this program when it comes to making our shows. It's a rigorous process that requires a ton of focus and consistency, and none of the shows would be possible without the many people working in production in the control room. What you get out of this network is what you put in, and I could not have asked for a better college experience. Now for the many amazing people I've gotten to work with. Alex Funderburg, you were an awesome host to work with. You're the gold standard of hitting the field, and now you're living your dream at Army as the Assistant Director of Athletic Communications. Hannah Jo Groves and Kelly Campbell, I enjoyed many NFL segments we had together on this show, and both of you have super bright futures. Camden Mallory, seeing you take over this program after seeing you first start out as a freshman is really something to see. You're truly remarkable talent as a host and producer. My favorite Bucs fan and fellow Tampa guy and Ty Paton knows the NFL world inside and out and is one of the many analysts I enjoyed working with. Cameron Forcier and Johan Blanco, I'll never forget hosting Main Show for the very first time with you two at my side for that UFC segment. You guys carried me through that. Noah Kemper, you're one of my favorites when it comes to sports talk, period. You always provide good insight on what we're talking about. For the Bets boys, Tyler Karen, you're that guy when it comes to basketball talk at any level, and I always loved going on your show to break it all down. For my boys, Jeffrey Laux and Riley Shepard, both of you have gone through it with me, not just at this network, but with our schoolwork, period. I really appreciate you guys a ton and would not have gotten through nightly without you two. Other people I want to shout out, Gadiel, you're one of the funniest people to have in studio and always provided quality analysis on many sports topics. Cliff, my favorite Lakers fan, I always wanted to debate. And of course, Andrew Montana as well. Taylor Anderson and Caleb Burge, I know both of you are killing it over at ESPN and representing our program well. Dominic Moller, your personality as a host makes you very fun to work with. And of course, I can't forget to mention Richard Diaz, who's been a vital member to this program behind the scenes for some time and is finally making his on-air debut today. With all that said, this day was inevitable, and it's time for me to say goodbye to an exciting chapter in my very young life, and know the next chapter awaits will be just as amazing.
Grant, thanks for the shout out. I appreciate that, man. But we got this guy next here, Mr. Executive Producer Johnny Jackson, who helped me get the Main Show job. He helped me through this program so much. I remember the first day I literally DM'd this Instagram, and he talked me through it. He always believed in me. He always kept me on the right track, and he's always kept this program as his little baby. And I know, saying it, when you leave, this is going to be everybody else is going to pick up the slack. Johnny, you're a talent. You're truly one of the greatest dudes that I know when it comes to working hard, putting in your effort, and honestly, the creative mind that you have on your shoulders is crazy. When it comes to MLB, though, I will have to say you're not that good. Now, of course, Johnny Jackson. We got a little video for you.
I'm now joined by the one, the only, Charlie Reyes. Charlie, how are you doing?
I'm feeling great, man. Great to be back with my guy, Johnny Jackson, my man, Jarrett.
I was about to say, on the other side, we're joined by the rookie, Johnny Jackson. Best name in the business. Johnny, how you doing?
I'm really excited. First time on. Let's get it.
All right, let's get it.
Ladies, gentlemen, and others, welcome to the debut episode of Take Me Out to the Podcast, Season 2. I'm here with the one, the only, Jason Hamby. Jason, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. And let's just get into it right quick. Trade deadline happened on Monday. We're seeing a little bit of the effects of this.
I don't know. The only thing that's coming into my head is when Taylor Swift stops the wedding. So Badger from Wisconsin?
That is correct.
Oh my God!
He's awarded 300 points for that. Oh, sad. Awfully unfortunate, but
I'm so sorry.
So you've seen this show 5 times, you're saying, right?
Yes. Welcome back to the HTFN Trivia Special. I'm your host, Johnny Jackson. And although Jared Kapelman wanted this thing to die 3 years ago, we are still kicking. HTF starts now.
To drop yourself as Johnny Jackson into any like movie universe, what would it be?
Give me like 30 seconds.
Ellington, hi, Lamar.
I want Lamar.
Oh, I thought you were talking about send me back to Boynton.
No,
Lamar. No.
I want a good quarterback for the Washington football team. Or the football team.
Johnny Jackson! Get off. That's one strike. So with that, we're going to end the segment. I'm going to toss it over to Isaiah for segment 3, introducing a brand new game of his. Hope you guys enjoy. See you after the break.
Johnny, happy birthday! Thank you so much.
You know, something I didn't realize, I didn't really put together until about 5 minutes ago was how many people I kind of ended up recruiting into this little family that we have here at Hitting the Field. It's not something that I ever kind of really think about because all I remember is just kind of sending out little messages and trying to just bring everyone and anyone who I think could be cool into Hitting the Field because it's been such a huge part of my life. And to see that people still recognize it and it means so much to them it's not something that I ever really thought about. But ladies, gentlemen, and others, my time with Hitting the Field Network and the University of Central Florida has come to a close. I found HTF my first or second week of college, and I'm so proud and full of love and joy at everything that I've borne witness to as a member and now leader of this incredible program. But first, I need to show some love to the people that have helped me and the program grow so much over these last 4 years. To Jeremy Taché for refusing to let this program die and for laying the foundation for everything that has come since, and for always being willing to answer any questions I had over my time with HTF. To Crystal Tisme, the random SLS classmate that introduced me to my forever family. To Colin Smith, the man who showed me that HTF meeting place just when I was about to give up and go back to my dorm room, and I never would have found this place. To Jeremy Brenner, my first EP and the man who showed me what it was like to be a leader and to be comfortable and proud of all aspects of myself. To Danny Medina, a true role model and mentor who showed me how fun UCF in this field could be. To Julia Gardner, my fellow freshman and resident Julian Edelman lover who got me through some tough times and made a name for herself in college athletics. To Emily Hernandez, the resident Rays fan who inspired us to drive to a Rays playoff game where they beat the Astros at home. We bought the tickets 10 hours before the game. To Chris Tran, who showed me that all of us can do anything we put our minds to, and for helping me gain the courage to go on air for the very first time 4 years ago. To Charlie Reyes, the man who showed all of us the royal lifestyle, senior cycle, and the different creative avenues that all of us could have only dreamed about. And the HTF theme song, Will Never Die. To Kyle Paton, the man who showed me my first UCF baseball and softball games and made everyone around him so much better off just from his presence and work ethic. To Chris Wolf, whose positivity radiated down and made our worst days so much better. To Connor Dowd, the man who took my anxiety about working in a studio I knew nothing about and turned it into the confidence to be a leader on set. To Olivia Cilio, the best director and the underrated funniest person to come through this program. To Jarrett Kapelman, one of my best friends, partner of the greatest umpire duo of all time, and the one able to rein in all the crazy ideas I had back when I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. To Rob Husby, my fellow Dodgers fan and LA boy, whose passion for his craft and is an example for all of us. To Nick Geddes, whose discussions always left me feeling enlightened and whose knowledge was truly immense. To John Whitley, the most fun person I've ever met and the man who inspired me to make positive changes to my physical and mental health and was always a resource whenever I needed help. To Sean Green, the creator of the network and someone whose dedication, drive, and commitment to the cause made him a perfect leader and friend to build this program up with. To Ross Bernstein, the man with the comfiest couch in program history and the greatest three-point shot in HTF history. To Gadiel Cartagena, the one who I wish would have been able to bring into the program sooner than he did. To Cliff Tumatel, one of the first Indonesian sports reporters in the history of this country, and someone who has such a passion for sports journalism and everything he's a part of. To Jason Hamby, someone who is always honest with me and sent me the best video of the Braves smoking the Dodgers I've ever seen, and he landed an incredible job for a station he grew up watching. To Kayla Burge, the pioneer of Girls on Deck and a light and role model for all of the women who have and will come through this program. To Tyler Karen, the man with the wisdom and the one who has always reassured me during the times where I've doubted myself. But what I admire the most is how much you continue to care about this program and the people you came into contact with, and your reliability as a resource for everyone who comes to you. To Taylor Anderson, the person who I know I can reach out to at a moment's notice, and she will do everything in her power to help her friends. The first person I ever put on Piper duty, and someone who's done and is going to do incredible things in her career. To Johan Blanco, potentially the hardest worker to have ever set foot in the studio, and someone who will always see the good in a person and the best in a situation. To Alex Funderburk, my unofficial podcast co-host and the most mature and level-headed person to ever come through this program, and the man who willed himself into his dream job and is only moving onwards and upwards. You're an inspiration to me, and I hope you know how much I appreciate everything you've done and respect you for always sticking to what you know and what is right. To Joey Weyerheiser, the one with the greatest behind-the-scenes photo of all time, and the man to thank for so many smiles, laughs, and some of the best moments I had as a student at UCF. To Naralee Santana, the one whose jokes and humor were my saving grace in the hardest times, and she could always light up a room in an instant. To John Alfano, the best whitewater rafting partner and someone whose growth has been an incredible experience to watch up close. To Hannah Jo Groves, the kindest and most gracious host I worked with, and one who makes everyone around her so much better just by being around her incredible talent, work ethic, and energy. To Kelly Campbell, an incredible friend and someone who has always been there for the women of this program and gives everything she has to what she cares about. To Dominic Moller, who made my last semester with this show an absolute blast. Your new ideas and personality made me want to keep coming to studio, excited to see what you could cook up, no matter what was going on in my life outside of here. Having you as my last main show host was one of the best decisions that I've ever made during my time with Hitting the Field, and I'm so excited to see just how far you can go as you push yourself and further your career. To Jason Masry and Mackenzie Milton, thank you for believing in Hitting the Field enough to entrust us with telling the stories of some of the incredible athletes at UCF, and for allowing us to work with you and tell iconic stories in our studio. To Professor Rick Brunson, whose positive spirit and encouragement have meant the world to me since I first met you as a wide-eyed high school yearbook student almost 6 years ago to the day. To Professor Adelson, who stepped up for myself and for the program at large and allowed us to continue to platform our content and our voices into the world. To Dylan Yance, who taught me, with some light teasing, just about everything I know in the studio, and for always being there to assist us in everything we could need, and for being an incredible resource for all of us here. To Jim McCauley, I'll miss our random talks so both of us get sidetracked for an hour when we both have a lot of stuff to do, and I will forever be thankful for every time that you stop what you were working on to help us out at a moment's notice, spending hours checking every piece of equipment in the studio and making HTF work. No matter what happens, I hope you know how much we all appreciate everything you do and everything you've given to make this program run the way it does. But the thing I'll miss most of all is just being in the studio with my best friends, working together to create something we're all proud of. And while our standards have risen significantly and we produce more content than the first time I walked in these doors, at the end of the day, Hitting the Field will always be a place for people with a passion for sports, production, or some combination of the two, to gain a family here at UCF and to make cool stuff along the way. And I think I helped make some pretty cool stuff. From a freshman who begged to start his own podcast to someone who, just like the conversations Alex and I had so many times over the last few years, can see that the most important thing is leaving something better than you found it. And I think it is truly evident to see that HTF is better off now than 4 years ago, and it is because of the dozens of talented, dedicated people that continue to come and make it their goal to keep raising the standard. Having the privilege to lead this team these past few years has been an incredible honor. And while I certainly made mistakes along the way, I hope that everyone who's still here and who is yet to come into this program in the years coming can see just how special hitting the field is and how much love and care is poured into every ounce of what we do here at UCF. Camden, Kirsten, it's your turn now. All I ask is that you do your best for each other, for everyone around you, and for everyone else who will come through the studio. Hitting the field, I love you now and forever. I can't wait to see what comes next. Thank you for 16 seasons, and this has been Hitting the Field.
Things gon' change when I really hit the field. Undefeated chance, man, you know what's the deal. Tryna find a kid, I'm in the field doing drills. Boy, you just a sucker, you ain't never keep it real. 3 rings in my hand, I'm a warrior to the max. When I hang it up, they gon' have to give me plaques. Step up in the building and I only bring the facts. When I make a highlight, they gon' replay, run it back. Okay, always locked in, now I don't got time to lax. Saying he the best, he could take a lap. Batted 1,000 when you check the stats.